This video is to explain my new mod, the detonator, as well as some of the features, how it functions, and safety issues that it has. This is an advanced user mod. If you are unfamiliar with mechanicals, rebuildables, low ohm situations, or batteries, I don't recommend you purchase one of these. The essential point of this design is to split the current draw between two matched batteries. This is a fully mechanical device. There is no circuit protection, so if used improperly, you will have issues. It can result in battery rupture, explosions, damage to the mod, damage to yourself, and all around bad times. So, as a disclaimer, I will point out that after these are purchased, I will no longer be liable for anything that happens to you while using this mod. Be careful, be safe, and be smart. Both batteries sit in these lower copper tubes. They have a friction fit copper cap with a brass spring. It's vented out the bottom. This mod takes dual 18650 size batteries. You have to put the batteries in positive first, both of them. If you were to put one in positive first and one in negative first, you are going to create a short between these two batteries and they will have failure. There's no threading on these caps. I just twist them because it helps to move them up and down. There's also a little bit of extra play on them for different kind of size batteries. But these caps, once they're on there really good. They're not coming off unless you twist and pull, or this thing suffers a major impact. These mods are more for an artistic appeal. They're not built like a tank, so I wouldn't recommend dropping these or throwing them against the wall. You will break or damage the wood as well as the connections, possibly causing a short. This one here is made with black palm. With batteries installed, these outer casings here and these sidebars on either side become negative points. These two top points become positive. With these 2 points in such close proximity, this can be an issue. You can't be draping anything metal across these that makes contact between these points, or you'll just create a short on your battery. So you don't want to be pocketing them with your keys. These things are kind of large. I don't recommend pocketing them anyway. But you have to be aware of this so that you don't go laying it down or putting it on something that'll cause it to short. Anything conductive between these areas will be a short. The side mechanical switch here makes contact with this casing to complete the circuit to the 510. These 510s are adjustable. They have no air channels cut in them for bottom air feed tanks. These are meant for drippers, and all drippers are pretty much side airflow, so there's no need for those channels. You may find that you want to use a tank on it that has bottom airflow. I don't recommend it, and if you want to try it, you might be able to make it work. They all have the low-tech Mr. Steam head etched on them, and the LM. They also have a serial number stamped on a gear, my initials, and it says Low-Tech Mods on there. These are very shiny right now because I just finished making them. As you can see, my hands are filthy because I just came out of the shop. But to adjust the 510, what you do is grab the outer housing and loosen it up. This will raise it above the posts. Then you attach your atomizer, screw it all the way down flush to this deck, and then continue screwing this housing down until you feel it snug up to the post. Don't over tighten it. Once it makes contact, just give it a couple test fires, make sure it's touching good. If you need to, tighten a little bit more, but once it's stopped, stop tightening, because you'll start shifting the post, which may cause issues with connection to other atomizers later. These mods will darken up over time. Copper and brass like to oxidize, so they will change the color a little bit as you handle them and as they sit around. This is natural, it's supposed to happen. The only way to keep it this shiny is to polish it all the time, which I don't recommend. I actually like them with a worn, weathered look. This one back here is the same exact thing, except it's bigger because it's a dual 26650 mod. A note on batteries for these is if you're going to use 2 batteries, these mods will also function with a single battery installed, but if you're going to use them with 2 batteries, I recommend getting a brand new matched set of batteries. Mark them so that you always know which 2 go together, and always charge them at the same time. But the key factors here is not to let anything make contact between these points with the batteries installed, and not to put the batteries in the wrong way. They both have to go in positive first. This one is pretty hefty, but people have been requesting 26650 size mods, and the dual is the next logical choice. Again, these are advanced user items. If you do not understand how they work, I don't recommend you purchase one if I have them available. I will be making more of these soon, and they should be going up for sale on my site. Also, like I mentioned, I will not be held responsible for anything that happens to these mods after they are sold. These are use at your own risk mod. They can be dangerous, you have to be aware of that, but they look pretty cool. So I will be offering them. I hope people enjoy them. Thank you for watching.